Welcome everyone to another episode of Mastering Money Mondays, where each and every week we infuse a topic that we all can use to transition us from one of being a debtor and or saver into that of being a wealth creator. My name is Lonzie Green, affectionately known as Mr. Flip Your 401k.
I am Cynthia Pete. I am an IT project manager by day, but also your financial freedom fighter.
Awesome. Hey, we're both employed entrepreneurs and investors as well. Hey, before we get into the topic of this show, episode 36, right? Yeah, that's where we're at, episode 36. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tell your mama and them. Yes, I did say mama and them, okay? Now, why do we have Mastering Money Mondays? It's quite simple. We have this show, we have this podcast because, number one, we have been taught how to make money. Go get an education, go get a good job. Number two, we have been taught how to manage money. Now that you're making a little money, put it in a checking and or savings account or a 401k. But we have not been taught, number three, how to master money, which is multiplying the same dollar over and over and over again. Again, becoming pregnant with possibilities so that you can pursue your planetary purpose. Did you like that alliteration?
I like that.
A lot of P's. So, hey, look, that's why we have this show. Now, episode 36. Episode 36 is where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. Episode 36 is about tuning in to the frequency and locating the flow around mastering money. Now, what is the pain point? The pain point is many individuals struggle with managing their finances effectively because they lack a deep understanding of how money flows within the economy and their personal financial ecosystem. All right. Mm-hmm. So mastering money isn't just about budgeting, y'all, and it's not just about savings. It's also about understanding the dynamics of money movement and positioning oneself to take advantage of these flows. Basically, you need to have a relationship with money. You need to know and understand and be present and really make sweet love to it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Cynthia, I'll pass it over to you for the money tip.
Okay, so the money tip is, like he said, it's more than just budgeting and savings of your money, right? So, but let me just say this. Some of you all, 50% of your money problems would be resolved if you just got on a budget.
Okay.
No, seriously. Right. Like, putting every dollar to work. Because some people just live paycheck to paycheck. And I'm like, but you make so much money. How are you? Anyway, we don't know where the money's going. So anyway, money tip is, financial tracking tools. I use every dollar because it's free through my church. And so that's what I use. No sense of paying for it. Listen, my church is like, listen, y'all need to be financially responsible. I agree. And so, but the tracking tools are really good. So before there were these financial tools, I just use an Excel spreadsheet. Yeah. And I actually opened it, and it's all the way back to 2008. I was like, I was using this in 2008. See, it explains why I'm a financial freedom fighter. Yep. Way back then. So knowing where your money goes, I know the area I always overspend and struggle with is food, because I like to eat out. So this helps you track your money and where it's going and allow for adjustments too. Because the other thing that will catch you off guard is like,
So the surgery is,
you know, it's time to get new tires, but you don't budget for it, right? And it puts you in a bind. So you want to go to some talking points?
Sure, absolutely. Understanding money's frequency, right? So, really just, the rate in which money circulates, right? Through your life and through the economy, right? Understanding that, because there are places where there are exchanges or activity of huge volumes of money, right? From minute to minute, from hour to hour, from day to day. And really, why not just take yourself there? You know what I mean? Understand where those places are and take yourself there, because what it can do is it can help you identify opportunities for investing, saving, and spending. I just want to say this because this is what I learned in my experience of being a entrepreneur and running my nonprofit, okay? For 10 years. My nonprofit was through a government agency. And the more I researched the agency that I was doing business with or had the contract with, the more I found out that there was millions of dollars that were earmarked every cycle for the program that I was running. So what does that mean for me? What meant for me and for my business is we were receiving tens of thousands of dollars in days, right? Because it was so much money allotted to run the program. Now, of course, you need to run the program in alignment or in accordance with the guidelines, with the regulations. But what that taught me was like, man, as long as I assimilate into that system, if I just assimilate in this system that has these millions of dollars earmarked, this can really truly be a game changer financially, not only for me and for my family, which it was. So some of us that are in the entrepreneurial space, that have businesses, we're trying to quote unquote get it out of the mud, and we've modeled or designed our business as a B2C, which is business to customer, right? Instead of really thinking about it from a bigger place and doing like B2B, where we're actually connecting with a business or another entity that has a massive amount of funding that we can go to where the money resides, and that in turn will help get us back to B2C. So we might have to start with B2B, get the funding in order for us to help ourselves, right? But then ultimately help our customer, client, or consumer as well. So I just wanted to share that one nugget that I learned in running my business and connecting with a governmental agency. So just understanding the frequency. And I have another example of that too. But Cynthia, did you want to talk about, what economic cycles, money flow, or?
So, again, I think we talked about this previous episodes. You have to understand how the cycle of money, and in America is a debt cycle, right? The housing bubble was because too many loans were out there that people couldn't pay because they was giving anybody a mortgage, including me, but I kept mine. And so you have to understand the cycles, and not only understand the cycles, you have to understand the indicators so you can see when that cycle is coming. Like, I think we're at another debt cycle where something's going to burst or people are not going to be able to pay their debt. Something to that, right? Because interest rates are high. Credit card debt is high. People are losing their jobs. So how are people going to pay their debt if interest rates are high? People are losing their jobs. If you have a job, it's not keeping up with inflation. So now you got debt on your credit card at a 25 to 30% interest rate growing, and you're already squeezed on your paycheck. So you have to understand the indicators to see when they're coming too, because there are definitely indicators of those.
Okay, very good, very good. Another thing that we talked about, so I talked about government contracts too. Let's talk about, one thing that I'm learning right now is marketplaces, right? So I am learning how to trade foreign exchange. Well, here's the thing, because in the past, when I've looked at charts and things like that, I was like, nah, man, I'm not getting into that. But what
specialized knowledge.
What I'm learning, and actually, sometimes y'all, it's a means to an end. Okay, you may not necessarily have to love it, but if you understand where it can take you, then you might want to get to know it, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be your thing, but it can be a thing to help you get to the thing. And what I learned about Forex is that it's I think a $2.7 trillion marketplace. So that means it's a whole lot of money, right? And
you just need the cream on the top.
Exactly. just give me a small piece of that pie.
Yes.
Right? I don't want to be greedy, but the point is that is a lot of money residing in one place. And so for me, I need to learn more about that marketplace and how I can get my small piece from that marketplace, because that small fraction or that small piece can actually help get me to a place of financial freedom. If I understand it and if I ultimately master it, which is my goal. So really, again, just going to where the money is at. Another thing that I'm doing too as well, and I shared this with him, so this ain't even a surprise, but my mentor, he gets results. Like, he attracts money frequently, abundantly, and easily. And what he does with his team is he has this funnel built, and it's built so intricately that through his leadership, what he's doing, it creates business for his team, which in turns create business for him, meaning he doesn't do the work, but because they're a part of his team, whatever business they generate flows up to him. But the thing about it is the people on his team are making hundreds of thousands of dollars in a matter of months. Now, I'm seeing this, right? I'm hearing this, right? I'm talking to these people, right? These are all people that are in the financial services industry, helping people find money where that they are losing unknowingly or unnecessarily. Yeah. And I'm seeing this. Why wouldn't I go? Why wouldn't I go to that team?
Right.
Why wouldn't I go catch that wave? Why wouldn't I catch that momentum? And some of us, out of whatever it is, fear, insecurity, limiting beliefs, whatever the case may be, instead of running to it, we run away from it. See, we got that escape question in our head, and we're like, who can we run to? To fill this empty space. It's right over there.
Right.
It's right over there. You see the momentum.
Yes.
Just touch the hem of that person,
you know
or that
what?
thing's garment. Okay, that's all you got to do. That's all I'm saying. So if y'all take away anything, just
yes. So can I just chime in here just for an employee mindset? Because most of us have an employee mindset, including myself, and I'm really working hard to, change that and shift that. But let me just put it in that realm for you. So, when me and Lonzie were in school, it was tech. It was get an engineering degree. Tech is the up and coming thing. Computer programming. I got into IT because my brother was in it, and my mama told me that's what you're gonna major in, and so that's what we did. So we were going to where the money reside, and I'm telling you, it was easy to get a job, easy to keep a job. If I wanted to move companies, I just applied for the job and they called me for an interview. You interview, you got the job, right? Because it was tech, it was IT. They needed tech people. Right. What is happening to the tech industry now? It's oversaturated because everybody's in tech.
Yeah, good point.
Here's the thing you need to know. Everybody's in tech and AI has now been implemented. Yep. But here's what you need to know. As an employee mindset, middle class mindset, What we think is we have a scarcity mindset. So now I know a lot of people in tech having a hard time finding a job, right? So what you believe is the money is not there. And it's not the money isn't there, it's just moved. And you need to figure out where the money is residing.
Church.
Right. Yep. So a lot of times, because here's what I found, because I've been laid off, but here's what I found. I was just sitting thinking one day, I was like, there are way more companies now than there were when I first started working. It used to just be all the big companies, but now you have all these startups. And so what I'm doing now is just looking at how can I be a consultant, right? I have a job now that I like, but I might have to, consult, Also, I applied to be an adjunct professor because they need people to teach intro to technology. There's a lot of online classes. Mm-hmm. And so it's not that the money is not there, it's just somewhere else. And you have to learn how to transition that skill into where the money is, right? So a lot of the new companies are companies in IT are moving from waterfall to agile. So finding the companies that are moving to agile that need help with consulting and transitioning. So it's definitely, y'all, the money is not gone. You just got to figure out where it's residing. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't have any problem jumping on and off of different things.
Oh, Jesus.
Or going in and out of different things. Y'all don't have any problem making that transition and moving from here, there, and everywhere. Spreading and sowing your royal oats all over the place. So you shouldn't have any problem with going to different areas, finding where the money resides.
Yes.
And even if that means you're acquiring a skill set, even actually people suggest to, every 90 days, pick up a different skill set, pick up a new skill set. I mean, you'll be amazed at who you become by doing that. But yeah, if y'all can move to this man and this woman and this thing and that thing and all that kind of stuff, y'all can sure move to different occupations, jobs, employers, skill sets, based on where the money is being housed. So with that being said, hey, look, we appreciate y'all joining for another week of Mastering Money Mondays. Again, be sure to like and subscribe, tell your mama them. And until we meet again, take care, be blessed.
See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.